As-Salaam-Alaikum, welcome to your flavor my plate, a series designed to ensure that the Ramadan is going smooth and you are enjoying every day as it goes. Each day you'll be learning amazing, delicious dishes.
3, 2, 1.
Little people, a Ramadan will not be complete without a dish like this. As-Salaam-Alaikum. A dish like this is one dish you need to make and try. Share with your friends. Forget the season is built to ensure that you share and care and to pray to Allah to get all of this beautiful stuff for keeping us, to blessing us and giving us that opportunity to be alive today. Welcome to this episode. Today we're going to be making one of those delicious meals, which is the Yam Pottage. This Yam Pottage recipe is a killer, amazing, delicious and healthy, full of love, and I'm going to make it for you today. A Yam Pottage with a pancia, prawn and fish. Hey, it's time to make this delicious meal for you, and trust me, this is one of those deal breakers. A delicious meal like this is something you need to share. So let's do it. What we do is to get a very good, delicious, fresh palm oil. If you don't have palm oil in your locality, just make an order for you. The African store is going to have it, and you're going to have it palm oil. And then you're going to allow the palm oil to blanch for about 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you put the lid on, and then since we have everything prepped already, you don't have a stress. All you just need to do is to prep ahead and to ensure that everything you have is, or everything you need is on the table about sharing this season. And I'm doing that because that is how to make the season a real reality. Don't forget it's the season to pray and to pray for somebody you love and everybody around you. So this is a blanch for 3 minutes. What we're going to do next is we're going to add the onion. We have to add the onion and stay alive. We're going to add the ginger. A beautiful dish like this, you have to try everything possible to follow up the recipes. And we have a fresh thyme. You're just going to throw in the fresh thyme. Preferable, you can just plug the fresh thyme like this into the palm oil so they can cook. The flavors can just emerge, and that's how to make this lovely local porridge. Trust me, this is one dish you need to try. And I have a technique that I really love so much that I'm going to add a little bit of the crayfish into the oil to cook up, and then it's time for us to add the pepper. Here we have the Cayenne pepper. We have the paprika, which is the fresh paprika, the bell pepper. Precisely in Africa, we have a lot of capsicum, the red one, and then we have the chili pepper. All recipes are just below the screen, and then just watch. And then it's time for us to add the seasoning. That is a brouillon, and then we're going to allow that to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes to get that lovely dryness, flavor busting out, and then we can add the tuber. So this time we're going to put the lid on and to cover. Delicious. Please share the recipes. Tell somebody. People, this is the time you need to start to add the yam one after the other. The first one we're going to do is we're going to add the tuber, the yam you need to try. And then if you don't have stock at home, don't worry. You would use water. But for me, preferably today, I'm using stock because I really want this to be enough for about 4 to 6 people. You can also cook for 20 people. This is a season to share. It's time for us to add the stock into the yam and then let it cook. And then we're using about 7 cups of stock. This is not a whole stock. It's more like a stock. You don't need to add salt, you need to add bouillon. It's a plain stock. All we did was use a fish carcass and then make those beautiful stock. If you don't have a fish stock, but you don't worry, you can use water. All is going to be amazing. If you really want to make this at home, you need to measure the water to get it done. But the most important is get enough water that can cook the porridge, that cook the yam to that doneness that you desire. And this is going to cook for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. To that scent leaf, I love to add half of the scent leaf into the cooking. Minutes, cook it up and ensure that it's well done, and then you're gonna love it. So we're gonna add the remaining salt, the remaining crayfish, and add everything into it. Allow that to cook up and make sure that it's come to doneness. This is delicious. This smells so good, and I can promise you it's a recipe you need to go in for. While the porridge is cooking on the other side, we're just going to make sure we start to pan grill our seafood. We've got this lovely fillet crocker, and we've got a prawn there, about Everything is about 400 grams, and then you can actually increase it. It just depends on how much protein you want to have. It's a season to add more protein, enjoy it, and then add more flavor. We got a seafood here, we got a sea here. It's called mackerel, and this is where we get all of this fresh stuff. Make it fresh. It smells so mad, it doesn't smell fishy, and that is what makes it fresh. And then you must make sure they are bright, and then that will also lead to a good dish. So let's make it. For the first thing I'm going to do first is to put the spice together. I'm just going to be using a sea salt, or the dry garlic, and I'm going to be using a black peppercorn. This three is going to make the whole magic. But don't forget, get the best of flavors from spice is to ensure that you blend them as you go. Don't blend so much down. You're going to be losing flavor over time. So we're going to combine the salt and the black pepper, a half teaspoon of a black peppercorn, and a half teaspoon of salt, and a half teaspoon of garlic, dry garlic flakes, and then we are just going to crush that together. Very easy and easy to do, ready. And then you're going to season your fish generously. Ensure they are properly seasoned. Massage it that way to work in all the seasonings you have added to it. Ensure everything that you are buying, they are fresh and you can work with them. These dishes are not far-fetched. They are not difficult to make, and then you can actually get everything in your kitchen, around your area, and so we're adding the oil to the pan. The pan is heated up right now, and then we're just going to start to pan grill this lovely fish. So we're going to pan grill the fish and the prawn in one pot, and then ensure the fish are cooked and having that lovely brown crust on the side. So give it a good stir. Just be creative about the presentation. It's a family cooking. It's not something you have to bring the bank to plate or to present. It's a family cooking. Get a big bowl, get a wide bowl, get a mini plate to share, and be merry, enjoy. So that is coming up the way I really want it. You need to try it and put your hand on it. So while we're waiting for the fish to get brown, it's time for us to get our spinach ready for the porridge. When you're going to buy a spinach in the market, you have to ensure that the spinach are really great and fresh, like this one. This spinach is one lovely spinach. It's called tete in Nigeria, and then you can actually use the English spinach, the Nigerian spinach, the greens, whatever you want to add to it. Just ensure you have them fresh. So I'm just going to cut this way. This time I'm not slicing thin. I'm just giving that lovely size of cuts. It's time for us to add the spinach. I'm going to add the spinach twice. I'm going to add the first one now. I'm going to add the other spinach. The moment you add the other spinach, you're going to allow the steam to make that porridge and that spinach band together, and then lovely porridge like this. Look at that, lovely stuff. And then it's time for us to plate our gorgeous and delicious pottage, and is one bowl you need to have at home. But from Ghana. So it's time for us to plate it, and it's this moment I love it more than anything. We've got our fish on one side, the pan grilled fish. We've got our pottage ready, and it's time to start to stack them together, put them in the plate, and then start to serve our friends and family. So let's do it. So we're gonna have, look at that lovely gorgeous pottage. If you have a pottage, a yam that is very dry, you can add more water to cook it up. All you need is just keep adding water. But for this particular one, we use about 1,400 to 1,600 ml. Precisely 1,400. But to give it that lovely texture, if you want, you can actually increase that and then add a little bit more water or stock. But don't forget, it's pottage, it's not a porridge. It's just have to have that lovely texture and give it that lovely stuff. I love the vibe here on the plate. I love the texture. Look at that. This is gorgeous. It's Ramadan, and then you can actually eat this for the iftar. So we're going to just add a little bit more to it, and then we're going to stir. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So it's time for us to add the prawn to it. Prawn, you can just do with the fish. If you don't have the fish, any type of fish we do for it like this. I love it. I love the smell. I love the look. I love everything about this dish. Is a dish for you to try. When you get your hands on the recipe, try them, and then tell me what you feel about it. This is just beautiful, isn't it? It's amazing. You can make this at home for your break or fast. I love it. It's deliciously looking, and I'm just going to try it again and again. Tell you about more better stuff to make it. But this recipe is going to make you happy and make everybody at home happy. Enjoy this recipe from me to you, and a big thanks to my sponsor. And thank you for those of you that are liking our page and are watching these recipes on the YouTube. My name is Chef Ehis. I'll see you soon with more recipes. Don't forget, we're coming back tomorrow for a gorgeous recipe. Try this recipe and you'll just get to do that. Bye-bye and see you later.